Alright, it's PlayStation Doom Reloaded, and it's map 52, Fateful Expedition. Let's go. Let's take out these chain gunners. Yeah, they can be somewhat deadly. Alright, you stay down there. Yeah, this map is... it's not too big, but it can be quite tricky, because there's a lot of places where damaging floor fills most of the landscape, so planning your moves ahead might help you out a little bit. But it isn't anything super terrible. I usually like taking this route first, because it allows me to not only kill these cacodemons, but also I can take out these chain gunners here. What? And because there is actually a lift that takes you inside that room. So taking out those guys is definitely helping you out. Let's make a run. Turn around, kill that Spectre. Then we're gonna take this room. Whoops. I would say that this is a small little... oh, damn it. Well, this was kind of like improvised a little. I mean, my approach was a little bit improvised. I didn't really, or I wasn't really sure, should I take this place first, or should I go the safer route? But it doesn't really matter, because everybody has to die, and fortunately I did have a BFG, so... But yeah, this map was made in, I think it was made in 2018 or something? Or maybe 2019, I guess. I'm not like 100% sure of that. But from what I remember, this map was kind of difficult to make because I was running on fumes and I didn't really have too many ideas, and I was kind of like burnt out a little bit, and it wasn't really the easiest type of a map to do. And this map was also made with the kind of a Doom 1 mentality, which kind of like had sticked with me because I did most of UAC fails levels anyway, so I was kind of focusing on these smaller map layouts instead of going really big, like Rockhard Gamer 45 tends to do with his maps. He goes usually really big with his maps, and I'm not usually very comfortable with that, or at least I wasn't at the time anyway. But this map was very difficult. It was very difficult to build because I was really running on fumes, and I couldn't really, or I just felt like that I couldn't really do anything with this map, and it was just like, oh well, we'll just have to see what comes of it. But I think it turned out to be a pretty good map because it's not too big, and it's short, and it's actually quite challenging at times. Speaking of challenging, I think this is probably the hardest bit. I'm just gonna cheese out these lost souls. Come on. Could you be at least a little bit faster? Thank you. This part is actually quite dangerous. Oh, great. It wasn't really that bad. Because that Hell Knight, he teleports straight in your face. So if you're trying to make a run across, this guy teleports right in your face. So it's kind of a clever little trap. And this takes you to the optional blue key card. Here it is. And this will take you back to the starting area. And as I said, there are damaging floors everywhere, so it can be a bit of a hazard if you're low on health. And by the way, when I use that switch over there, it opens a secret door around here. And there's some armor and some shells. So now we have the blue key, which is entirely optional. And here is the rocket launcher. This is a bit of a challenge. Seriously? It's a little bit specific, but it isn't really that hard. I'm just making it look way more harder than it really is. There's this magic spot where you have to... Oh, there it is. Let's use the wall. And apparently for some reason, I saw it absolutely necessary to make this 2 separate secrets. Oh, I actually forget about that plasma rifle entirely. Should probably go and get it. Alright. And this lift will take us back here. What? And this takes us back here, in case I want to go back. So it's more of a kind of a trivial backtracker, really. Oh yeah, the plasma rifle. But the problem is that we cannot really access it from this side. Actually, since I have plenty of health, I want to show this room. I don't think there's anything special in here, but this is the way that you must take in order to reach the yellow key. Or there are actually 2 ways. You can use the blue key or the blue door route through that supercharge or / soul sphere secret, or you could just run through here. So really depends. But this is the non-secret approach. So you have to make a run across, and then you must open this wall, take the lift, and get the key. So alright. Now there should be a teleporter in there. You can probably see it. Let's make a run for it. Now, let's go and get that plasma rifle then. And then we're out of here. This map isn't really that lengthy. It's kind of a... either short, but can be tough. But let's see. That's pretty good. And the exit can be found from here. And there we go. That's Fateful Expedition. Not too big. And it took me over 10 minutes, and most likely it would have taken me even less had I not stopped and pointed out different things along the way. But yeah, that's MAP52. It was a tough map to make at the time because I was running on fumes and didn't really have too many ideas, but I think it turned out to be an okay map at the end of the day. Certainly not as memorable as MAP51, at least for me, so yeah. But yeah, that was MAP52, so we're gonna move on to the next one, which is MAP53, Slaughterhouse. So Slaughterhouse, this is kind of an... Okay, where do I have my save games? I think it's this one. But yeah, despite having an edgy name, this map is not about slaughtering things. It isn't about fighting 17 cyber demons on screen at the same time, so it's not going to be like that. It has just a bit of an edgy name. That's all there is to it. But yeah, I think that's all. So up next, map 53. So thanks for the company and see you around.